Hola amigos, hola amigas, welcome, bienvenido, croeso y salam, welcome to the channel y'all, Cheston Yakshimash. No, you haven't accidentally stumbled across an old episode of Prisoner Cell Block H or Wentworth. This is actually mine. So what we have here is something that I bought about 10 years ago, thinking it would be a really good idea so that I could do my ironing really fast, and I watched the shopping channel and well, it just wasn't what I expected. So let's get you guys a bit closer and let's take a look at this. So I thought I would do a video of this for you before I sell it on eBay. And this is my Swan Steam Press S1 1900. Like I said, I've had this for a very long time. When I got it, I did use it quite a bit, but after a while I just found it so inconvenient because you have to get the clothes. There's a lock there, so you unlock it. So you have to get the clothes in exactly the right position to press and steam them. Otherwise you will put a steam pressed crease into it. And I found that I was spending more time faffing around with the items of clothing to get them on this board correctly rather than trying to iron them. It was a right old pain. So I gave up on it after a while and I went back to using a normal iron. If I was doing stuff like bedding on it, I don't iron my bedding anymore. Or like what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do my winter curtains for the front door. So for those kinds of items, yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty nifty. But for more fiddly clothes, shirts and wherever, it just took so long just to try and get them underneath this perfectly flat. I suppose there is a knack to it, and I really genuinely did keep trying to use it, but I just gave up in the end because it just did my head in. So when I was using it, yes, I did look like B. Smith from Prisoner Cell Block H. So it is a big chunky item. It's quite heavy. There is a thermostat on the top, so you can pick it for silks, wools, cotton or linen. And the steam is automatic, so when you push it down, you'll see when I use it now. I haven't switched this on for donkey's years, but like I said, I'm going to sell it on eBay, and I thought I would do a quick video for you just so you guys can see it. So it's got a nice lock on it, so you can carry it around by the handle, so that makes it quite convenient. Flick it up to the unlock position, and then it presses back. You put your clothing on it, you come down, you press that down, it does automatically come up, so you hold it down for a certain amount of time, lift it back off, and then you can move the item and carry on ironing. Pretty straightforward. On the side here we have the water tank. Now unfortunately the bracket that I have here for the water tank has broken off, which is a pain. So it clips onto the side there, and there's a lock, and then you can lock it into position and it'll stay on there, and then you can just keep filling this up to top it up as it's getting lower. But like I said, unfortunately the little plastic brackety things have broken off it, which is a right pain, and I can't get the blooming thing now to lock into place. So once it's on the bench or whatever, it's fine, it doesn't move, but I can't get it to lock in, unfortunately. So that will reflect obviously in the price when I go to sell it, and that's supposed to keep it in place. So we have the cable for it, which is this. So it's not a bad length on the cable. Plugs in, switch it on, blah blah blah, set the temperature, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. So let's give it a demonstration. So let me get the camera set up and we'll give it a go. Okay, so I got it set up here for you so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to plug it in. The items that I am going to be ironing are these curtains. I just want to check they're lined curtains. I think they're cotton, so I just want to check the material label, if I can find it. Okay, yeah, they're 100% cotton, but the lining is half cotton, half polyester. So what you do is you pull out the reservoir there at the side and pour in the water. Try not to spill it everywhere like I've just done. And that's the pump. So when it pumps the steam in. Okay, so it's got water in. So let's turn on the temperature. So I'm going to turn it to cotton. And there's a red dial there that I'm going to leave until it's gone out and then it's reached temperature. Slide the water back in. So while that's waiting to warm up, I will start getting the sugar cubes, the curtains ready for their pressing. So you have to make sure that they are absolutely in line. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to quickly just press the seams on the sides so that they're in place for ironing the rest. So make sure everything is perfect. See what I mean? It's just a faff. You can feel the heat coming off it, but the light hasn't gone out yet, so we're just going to wait for that. So what you do is you slightly bring down the handle until it starts priming. You hear that, and that's pumping the steam through. Once you've got some steam coming through, push it all the way down and close the handle. Leave it for a moment and lift it up. And that's ironed, that's pressed. I had to pick fiddly curtains. Should have done a pillowcase. And the next bit. This has to be absolutely perfect on the board. Okay, pull it down prime. Push it down. Lift it up. Right, so I've kind of got the crease into it, so I'm going to start pressing the rest of the curtain. So obviously be careful because these are going to get hot. And be careful you don't touch, I burn your knuckles on it. So what you can do as well, if you don't mind having a crease, which I don't mind, I can't be arsed going through these curtains, it's going to take forever, so I'm going to fold them in half, shake them down. I'm going to fold them in half again, so there's 4 layers, and I'm going to press them this way. I don't like ironing. Right. So we've got 4 layers of curtains now, so let's get some steam up. So the problem I'm having now is that everything's bunched up at the back, so I'm going to have to... See, that's all creased again now. Grrr. Start at the bottom. See how I can go. Okay, so I've done them. I mean, like, they look fine. I'll show you at the end, but I don't know. They're not amazing. I would have got a better job of doing them on the ironing board. So if I fold them over, I'm going to try and fold them in half. Okay, so I folded the curtains in half. So now we have 4 times. And I'm going to fold them in half again. Let's see if I can do it this way. So let's build up a lot of steam. And mush. Actually, I noticed that red light there does come on and off with the with the heat. Right, okay. I mean, so they do look nice. They do look like, you know, maybe not there. I'm just not a fan of this. I just feel like I just would have done I thought it was going to be a lot easier to do than to use than I did. Let's say, for example, you're going to be doing something smaller, like a towel. I just got a towel here. Then you can literally do the whole thing in one go. It's just not as kind of like as steamy as you would think if you iron towels. I don't iron towels. Let's find something else. Okay, let's say, for example, you've got a serviette. Get some steam. And hold it down. And there we go. You have one serviette. That's completely crease free. That's really nice. So I do like it for like these little items, for example. But for bigger items, like I was doing your curtains and fussy and shirts and whatever, I didn't like it very much at all. I thought it was a pain in the ass. Right, okay, so I've still got one more curtain to go. And as you can see, they really are creased to buggery because they have been sitting in here in a cupboard all summer, so, you know, all year since spring. And then that's the pair that we've done. So they definitely do look better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to iron this one like I did the other one, hang them up, and then we can give our verdict at the very end. And I will try my best to do these good. So this is the last bit. So as you noticed as well, I was also feeding the material from this way forward. You can also do it like that, and I wanted to show that so that people say, well, you can't put it through, you should put it through the other way. You can do either or, whichever you want to do. So those are both curtains ironed. They do look a lot better than what they are, but I know for a fact when I do curtains in the ones in the house, I will do them on the ironing board with the iron, because I can really get, I don't know, I just personally I do a better job on it. It doesn't come through with like stacks of steam. It's not going to be like Prisoner Cell Block H. You do get some steam, but it's not super powerful, but it does seem to do the job to a certain degree. And there are people who swear by these and iron everything on them. I'm just not one of them. So let me go get these fitted and we'll go and take a look and see. Okay, so I've hung the curtains at the front door and they don't look too bad, to be honest. They're okay. They would be better if I had ironed them by hand and I was more experienced in using the press ironer, but they'll be okay in a couple of days, weeks, months. They'll hang, hopefully all the creases will hang up, but they definitely look better than what they did before I ironed them. And then they just hang back like that out of the way. So they look perfect when they're hung back. And there we go. So that is it. Let's go back and finish off now with the iron itself. So would I be saying to you, go out and rush out and go and buy one of these B. Smith Prisoner Cell Block H Swan irons? Not really, no. They were, I don't know what to say really. I just didn't get on with it. If you're used to using one, then that's absolutely fine. But I just didn't get on with it. I found it awkward for a lot of stuff that I was ironing. Like I said, it was brilliant for smaller items, but for bigger items, it was just too much faff. And I got a better result from just using the big ironing board and a really good iron, and was a heck of a lot cheaper than this. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was definitely over 100 quid. About 8 years ago. I've had it for a long time. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Just a silly little video today. I thought I would do a little video on this before I put it on eBay for sale. Pick up only, very cheap. I need to get rid of it. I need to make space. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye y'all.